Welcome back, everybody, to Bayou Time. Artist Stacey Fabre is with us. In case you missed her story, it was incredible, very inspiring, what she's gone through personally, physically, but boy, you've come out on the other side very well.
Yeah, if you look at me, you wouldn't notice that anything had ever happened. It's pretty well hidden.
Yeah, you're doing good. Doing good with it. Let's talk a little more. We're going to go ahead and they're going to put up some of your paintings on here. And if you spot anything you'd like to really talk about, some of your best sellers, inspiration, please, by all means, go ahead and talk about them. Let's talk about how you sell them. Now, you've recently converted an area in your home?
I did. Well, the one on the screen right now, so I'll talk about that one first, I guess. That one is the Florida wine. That's what started off everything. I had done an impasto style painting. That's the style of painting I do. It's a thick application of paint, very sculptural. I had done one, and it was just like a practice. I just wanted to see if I could do it. I was a pencil portrait artist. Total departure from gray and flat to color and texture. So I had done one. And then my husband, whoa, what is that? And then I did another one for my mom, because she gets all the new stuff. And then a friend saw it and asked me to do something for him. So it was a commission piece, which I had no idea what to charge for it. It just took me by surprise. And then everyone started seeing it, and they all wanted a copy of it. So I suddenly had to find out how to do that. And so many people asked me for it. I said, well, maybe I'll make some prints. And then I had painted a few others. And then we did our first show at Southdown. And then we haven't looked back since. It took off like a little snowball effect, really. So. And
up until recently, this was your biggest selling painting, but now you have another one that's overtaken that.
Yeah, it has. The Florida wine was pretty popular with everyone, but the new one, the Sugar Kettle Garden, it has that nostalgic feel about it. It captures a moment in time that I think everyone from the South can relate to, with a sugar kettle, just a garden view, something that you might have seen at a grandparent's house as a child. And for me, memories are very important. So when I do a painting, I like to do something that's nostalgic, but also invokes a response from you and a memory. And memories are important to me from my accident. There's one thing from the accident that some people don't know. I did lose a large chunk of my memory. I lost from about 8th grade through the beginning of college. It was all wiped away. In all these years, 22 years since then, I think I've driven twice, always while I'm driving. Music playing on the radio, and I had a memory of an event that happened. And it was it wasn't a photo of it, it was me actually moving and a real memory. But other than that, it's wiped away. And I do struggle with short-term memory, just in general. So for me, a painting, I want it to be a place that invokes a cherished memory, something that everyone can look at and have their own experience of. And you never know if it's from today or something from the 1800s. You can make up your own story when you see it. So.
As in most artists I've ever talked to, whether it's what you do or a singer or a musician or whatever, it is personal. It's very personal to them.
I don't think art's not good if it's not personal. I don't do art to necessarily sell it. It's wonderful that it does, and it's what I do for a career, so I need to sell it. But I'm doing it because I love it. I'm doing it because I enjoy learning with each piece. Every single piece I learn something new. But I want it to be a special place, something that you can get away from every day, the rush of the moment of life where it's just a rat race from the moment you wake up until the afternoon, to social media pulling you in different directions. I want you to be able to look at a piece and just take that breath, just live in that space for a little while in its calmness.
Let's go there, rolling some more things here. Let's talk about, you mentioned Southdown earlier. Besides the gallery and studio you have at your home now, you also go in, especially in the fall, they have shows all around, all the festivals and everything else. And tell us a little bit about that.
Started at Southdown. That was where I kicked it all off. And then from there, we sort of added more and more every year. Last year, I know I'm going to get the numbers wrong, but I think I did 12 shows total from the end of September until Christmas. We had one every weekend. I think we had the weekend after Halloween off and the weekend before Christmas. Other than that, we were at a show somewhere every single weekend. Southdown, Thibodeauville, Best of the Bayou, Voice of the Wetlands. I did Gretna Heritage Festival. I'm trying to think of some other ones. There's a New Orleans art market I do. That's just artists. And that's a really fun one because I'm shown with other artists who are featured as Jazz Fest artists, which it's not an easy show to get in. So that's a juried show where you have to submit, actually be allowed in. It's not something you're paying necessarily a booth fee and they just take you. And to be shown alongside a Jazz Fest artist that's a very prominent, prestigious kind of thing. So.
I know we were talking during the break. You said you were pleasantly surprised about how successful you've been at these shows. Really,
the public support, even just Facebook public support, is incredible. Like, there's nothing that can make you happier than to have something that you love so passionately responded to that well. My husband laughs at me because I try to reply to every comment and everything. I want other people to feel as happy as I feel, as important as I feel that they took the time to talk to me. And I do that at the shows. I talk to everyone. I love hearing, oh, I gave that art block to my Aunt Susie for Christmas and she loves it. And I love all the stories. I love seeing the photos of the art in their house and the way that they interact with their piece. I love all of it, the whole thing, from the thought process of like creating it, drawing it out, painting it, sending it on its way to a new home to be loved by someone else, all of it.
Well, the personal attention that you give to the people who are buying these pieces, I've seen it on social media, I've seen pictures, whatever, it's like you are personally welcoming your art into their home.
I feel like that. It's like welcoming not a neighbor, but it becomes a family member, really. And for me, if I've spent 2 months painting it, to me, it's like a child. I've molded it, shaped it. I've seen every single square centimeter of it and perfected each point to where I think it's worthy of going out. It's worthy for someone to purchase. I want it to last and for it to be loved.
Now, you talked about 2 months just now, whatever. What is the average for you to, from start to finish?
It all depends on size, and it depends on what's involved in the painting. If it's a more landscape, then it might be a little less time. But if it's a very structured picture with ornate architecture that's multi-layered, then that, and it's, let's say, about a 36 by 48, and it's an architectural piece, that one could definitely take 2 months. I'm working on a piece right now. It'll be the new feature for fall, and I'm working as hard as I can to get that done. That one might take me a little less because I'm putting more hours in each day to do it, but they could easily take 2 months to do.
And I know besides doing this and selling your paintings, I also know that you're very generous in helping out causes around the area and donating pieces to help out different charities. I've seen some of the stuff you've done there, and you actually go there to the auctions, or to some of them. I've seen you there on a couple of them, to answer any questions about it, or you just to see it. It's like that's your child, and they're going through something, and you want to see it to the finish.
And for me, it's supporting a cause. So if I'm there, it brings more prominence to the piece, then other people can understand it if they've never seen it before, and it gives them the best chance to make as much as they possibly can. I can't be at every event, and I can't donate to everything that everyone asks me for, but I try my best.
Yeah, you have to pick and choose. You can't do everything. Now, let's go ahead and let everybody know where they can get in touch with you. I think we have graphics with how to get to your website, and why don't you talk a little bit about that?
That's my website. I call it my almost big girl website. It's my Etsy site. It's a community selling site that's like worldwide, and that's my store on Etsy. As far as getting in touch with me, I don't think y'all have a graphic for that, but by phone, by email is the way most people do. Facebook
as well.
You look up my name on Facebook, spelled with an E, Stacey. You can friend me, and you'll see everything I'm doing on Facebook. I keep up with that more than anything.
I know when you posted a couple days ago that you were going to be on here with me, the response that you got on Facebook from your supporters and your friends was tremendous.
It always takes me by surprise. That one definitely took me by surprise. Everyone that I've ever come into contact, it seemed like, was messaging me. They messaged on Facebook. They private messaged me. They sent me a text. So excited for me. You know, oh, you're famous. You know, I thought that was really cute and sweet. It's not my goal. My goal is to just do what I love, and I'm so blessed to be doing it. But it's incredible.
Well, your art is incredible, and your story is inspirational, and it's been my pleasure to have you here. It really has been.
Thank you for the honor of coming here to talk about something that I love so much, and I hope it does inspire people to follow their dream. Don't let anything stop you. Try your best at something. It's not easy. You can't just say, oh, I love this and I'm going to do it. It's hours. When I worked a full-time job, I would work, I'd come home, spend some time with my family, eat dinner, and then I would go to work and paint, and I would go to sleep maybe 2 a.m., 3 a.m., wake up at 6. I did that for 7 years.
Wow.
To be able to do what I love. So it's a love that you have to work at to follow.
And with a great support system, too.
Yes,
means
definitely.
A lot. Stacey, thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Our pleasure. Stacey Fabre, local artist, here with us on Bayou Time. We're going to take a break. When we come back, To Your Health, TGMC, right after this.